What's going on, guys? Arrow here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some predictions for the upcoming Pokemon Presents livestream, which is going to be happening tomorrow. Now last week there was a special Pokemon Presents livestream that happened, and there were some pretty cool announcements that happened in there. They talked about the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, which came out, the very first DLC pack, the Isle of Armor, but really one of the biggest announcements that came out of that Pokemon Presents was that Pokemon Snap is in fact going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch as like a full-on sequel. There's going to be a brand new Pokemon Snap game after like 20 plus years, finally on the Nintendo Switch with some really good HD graphics. Now, as that Pokemon Presents was wrapping up, the Pokemon president, Mr. Ishihara, said that there was still one more big project that they wanted to talk about in terms of Pokemon, but rather they were going to have a separate Pokemon Presents next week, which is going to be tomorrow, to talk about that instead. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. I kind of want to just go through my predictions and let you guys know what I think could be shown off in the live stream tomorrow, and really what we could expect, but also what other things could possibly be shown as well. Now really the most interesting thing about all of this is the fact that they're having a separate Pokemon Presents livestream dedicated to just this project instead of talking about it last week. Like, the only reason that I think that they could possibly want to have a separate event was because if this, whatever they're going to show, is going to end up overshadowing some of their other announcements, or maybe if it's going to be something like, because last week was also right when Pokemon Isle of Armor came out, so maybe if this was like their next project that they wanted to talk about, then if they showed that, then maybe people would have been like, well, I'm not going to buy Isle of Armor now because, you know, there's this next new exciting thing that's coming out and that looks way better. I'm just going to save my money and get that instead. So maybe this could have taken away a lot of hype from Isle of Armor, even Pokemon Snap, and that's why they didn't want to show it last week, which is why they're having a separate event for it this week. And so in terms of predictions, I'm going to go through here what most people seem to be saying online, on Twitter, and on YouTube, and then we'll also take a look at some of my predictions that I have as for some other kind of underrated things that maybe could be shown. So of course, one of the things that you guys might have seen a lot of people talking about online is maybe this Pokemon Presents presentation is going to be focused on Let's Go style types of games that are going to be featured in the Johto region. So we had Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which came out in 2018, and both of those games did really well in terms of sales. I think they sold over 10 million copies combined, so that's a very, very good amount in terms of sales numbers. And anytime they asked Mr. Masuda or anyone else at Game Freak in interviews on whether they would be interested in making another Let's Go style type of game, they always answered by saying it's really up in the air. It kind of depends on like what the fans think about the games and if they enjoy them. And so they never really gave a straight up answer if it's going to happen or not. But I mean, if the game sold 10 million copies and it seemed like a lot of people did kind of enjoy it, I still had a good time with playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's very possible that maybe we could be getting another Pokemon Let's Go style type of game. Now the reason that a lot of people think a Pokemon Let's Go Johto style type of game could happen is if we take a look at the last Pokemon Presents that happened last week and take a look at the Pokemon president Mr. Ishihara, the Pokemon display that he had behind him had a lot of stuff from the Johto region. We can see that there's a lot of Johto Pokemon, there's even two statues that resemble the colors gold and silver, they even had Umbreon and Espeon there, there's some like Pokemon from the Johto region, I think Ho-Oh and Lugia were there, we can also see like Feraligatr and some other Johto Pokemon, so there definitely does seem to be a strong resemblance to the Johto region. Now some people might say, well Arrow, maybe you're looking too much into this, maybe this doesn't have anything to do with something that they're hinting, but the thing is, even if this turns out to all be a coincidence, there have been many times with proof that Mr. Masuda and other people have hinted at upcoming Pokemon projects. I mean, I can give you guys a bunch of examples right now. Like right before when Pokemon Sun and Moon were officially revealed, Mr. Masuda actually tweeted a picture of the sun and the moon outside at the same time, and he basically made like a little joke tweet saying, isn't it really interesting how the sun and the moon are both outside at the same time in the day? And then he made a joking tweet, but that was obviously hinting at Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. There was also a time where Mr. Masuda posted a picture of him sitting in a chair, and in the background you can see the signature Pokemon of every evil team member inside of all the Pokemon regions. I think there was a Weavile for Cyrus, there was a Hydreigon as Ghetsis', there was a lot of other ones as well, and the reason that he did this was because in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, the post-game with Team Rainbow Rocket incorporated all of the evil team villains from the past Pokemon games. Right before Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, Mr. Masuda posted a picture with a Pokeball, and there was a Pikachu and Eevee plush right next to it, and that was hinting at Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. There's even a picture of Mr. Masuda with Link, and he was holding two props like a sword and a shield, and this was him hinting at Sword and Shield before they were even officially revealed. And if you still don't believe me, what was one of the things that was shown off last week in the Pokemon Presents? It was a toothbrushing app called Pokemon Smile. Now take a look at this tweet that Mr. Masuda posted, where it's literally a picture of him brushing his teeth, holding his phone with a shirt that says Smile. And this was posted last year. There is no way that you can tell me that this wasn't hinting at Pokemon Smile, even if you don't want to believe all the other things. Like, there's very clearly evidence that Mr. Masuda loves teasing at things that are going to be upcoming projects in the future. And so the Pokemon Company loves to tease upcoming things, and it's very possible that maybe these Johto references that are behind Mr. Ishihara could be in fact hinting at something Johto related coming very soon. And Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were treated as remakes of Pokemon Yellow, and they came out in 2018, which was exactly 20 years after 1998 when Pokemon Yellow first came out. And so if they're doing the same type of deal with the Johto region, then that would mean that the Pokemon remake that we're going to be getting is a remake of Pokemon Crystal, and 2020 happens to be the exact 20th anniversary of when Pokemon Crystal first came out, so it very well could be a possibility. Now, of course, some people are also saying that maybe we're going to be getting Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. Maybe they're not going to be coming out this year because we obviously do have the Crown Tundra, but maybe they could finally show them off to us and give us like a reveal trailer or give us an announcement or something like that. And for that, I really just don't think it would make a lot of sense. There's really no way I can see Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out this year in 2020. And even if they are going to be coming out next year in 2021, why would they feel it's necessary to already show them off right now? They're probably going to come out like November of 2021 anyway, so why would they feel like they need to show them off like a whole year and a half early? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if it turns out to be like Pokemon Let's Go Johto, then I could see them saying that like Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to be coming next year, or that there's still like another big mainline project that they're working on, kind of like what they did with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, where they revealed them, but they also said that they're still working on another core series game, which turned out to be Sword and Shield. Now, another prediction is maybe we're going to be getting something about the Detective Pikachu sequel, which if you guys didn't know, there's actually going to be a brand new Detective Pikachu game coming to the Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be a full-on sequel to the one that came out on the 3DS. And this was announced like a year or so ago, I'm pretty sure, but we haven't heard anything else about it, so maybe this Pokemon Presents could finally be the time where we get like an official reveal trailer, and they really go in depth and talk about this game, and maybe this game could even be ready to release this year, who knows. This next prediction is kind of the one that I feel everybody doesn't want, and that's maybe this could be focused on like another big mobile game that's coming out. We do know that there is like another big mobile game that's being developed right now, and we also know that Pokemon Sleep was going to be coming out at some point too, and we haven't heard any new information about it, so maybe this could be focused on that, which I would kind of be disappointed if that turns out to be the case, but at the same time I wouldn't be surprised. Now, it's also possible that maybe this Pokemon Presents could be focused on another spin-off type of game, and if you guys didn't know, the Pokemon Presents title in Japan is actually the same exact title that they used when they revealed Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee for the very first time. I mean, you guys can see both presentations right here, and even if you can't read Japanese, you can see right here that the letters that they're using for the name of the title is exactly the same in both videos. And so if this turns out to be another big Pokemon spin-off type of reveal, there's really no reason that you can't expect anything to get shown. With Pokemon Snap getting revived in 2020, anything is up in the air, and there's a lot of possibilities. And so in terms of spin-offs, I've got a bunch of things that they could possibly show. The first one that I've got here is Pokemon Battle Revolution, or like a sequel of it. And if you don't know about Battle Revolution, it was an amazing game that came out on the Wii. It was really focused on Pokemon battles, and the Pokemon models that they used and the animations that they used for all the attacks were like extremely high quality, way better than Pokemon Sword and Shield, and just having that type of animation and quality on an HD Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch would look really amazing, and I would love for that to happen. We've also got Pokepark 3, and Pokepark 1 and 2 also came out on the Wii, and they were some amazing Pokemon spin-off types of adventures. I would love if a Pokepark 3 came out on the Nintendo Switch, featuring like the Gen 8 Pokemon. That would be so awesome if it had the Gen 8 Pokemon, the Gen 7 Pokemon, even all the Gen 6 Pokemon, because the last one featured Pokemon from Gen 5, so it would be amazing if we got a Pokepark 3. We've also got like Pokemon Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness. If we got like a sequel to that, or like another really awesome home console type of Pokemon game like that, a lot of people would be very excited. And then of course we've got some other Pokemon spin-off types of games like Pokemon Ranger or Pokemon Conquest. If we got those types of games on the Switch as well, I'm sure there would be many people that would be excited. And so those would be like the big spin-off types of games that you would see. I didn't mention Mystery Dungeon because we already did get a Mystery Dungeon earlier this year, but also another one that I know a lot of people are talking about is maybe they could show us Pokken Tournament 2. Now, Pokken Tournament is a pretty fun game. I remember I first got it on the Wii U when it came out, but I didn't have a ton of fun, so I didn't buy it again on the Switch, but I do know that there are a lot of people that like that game, and so I know there were a couple issues that a lot of people didn't like with how that game played, and so maybe they in fact could finally do a Pokken Tournament 2, a full-on sequel with some new Pokemon, and finally fix up some of those changes to make the game a little bit more competitive. And so yeah, those are really all of the predictions that I could think of as for what they could possibly show tomorrow at the Pokemon Presents reveal. I'm pretty sure they did say that it is only going to be focused on one project, and it's going to be approximately 11 minutes, I think. So what could they possibly talk about for 11 minutes as like a big new project? I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of all this. What are your predictions for the Pokemon Presents happening tomorrow? What would you guys like to see the most? What are some of your dream predictions? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @ActualArrow so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.